key, the clans are out in full force with massive offerings for the Jade Emperor's birthday bash.
And what is Mom bringing?
A cake.
A cake! Of course, it's his birthday. What kind of cake is it? Is it chocolate?
No, Mama says a big cake.
The Jade Emperor likes chocolate. So do I. We have something in common.
That's actually a story which has been told when we were young, where they have to pray together with the sugar cane and they chase away the devil kind of things.
Nian.
Yeah.
Get rid of the nian.
Correct. Correct.
I want to wish everyone a 恭喜发财 ang bao na lai.
There is so much food here. Perfect spot here. Do we have to do any arrangements?
No, it's fine.
Done. Okay.
Like they've done for generations without fail, you can be sure that this time next year, the Hokkien clans of Penang will try to have an even bigger blast. I respect the idea that the more you celebrate tonight, the better tomorrow will be. From the 9th day of Chinese New Year, my passage takes me to the 9 divine nights of Navaratri. While the local Indian population are mainly Tamil, there are lots of other very different communities who practice Hinduism in Malaysia. Today, I'm introduced by Bina, a Hindu Punjabi, to a festival of female divinity.
Right? Yes. Today is the 8th day of the Navaratri celebrations, which is basically the culmination of this whole 9 days. Navaratri is a festival of 9 nights. It's called the 9 divine nights. We basically celebrate 3 goddesses on this night, mainly Durga, Kali and Saraswati. Many devotees have actually fasted for 8 days, a very strict fast, and today after the Havan, they'll break their fast and have their first vegetarian meal.
The Sri Lakshmi Narayan Temple in Kuala Lumpur was built almost a century ago by the Punjabi, Gujarati and Sindhi forefathers of this traditionally tight community. Navaratri is one of the biggest events on their festive calendar.
The priest will say the mantra, and then when he says swaha, you throw it in.
Swaha.
Yes.
Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche Swaha. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche Swaha. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche Swaha.
So this is one part of the temple,
This is the main part of the temple. This is where our main altar is. So when you're walking up the stairs, we usually touch the first 3 steps.
Why do you do that?
Because the whole temple is vibrating.
Right.
Vibrations. This is the Akhand Jyot, which is the Jyot that has been lit from the day the temple started up to now. It's never been put off. So what you do is you just do that, put it towards your chest and towards your eyes. Cup your hand like that, drink it. This is called Charnamat.
Chunamai.
Which is blessed water. This is a
Vibhuti.
Yeah, vibhuti, and this is chandan powder. Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
So now,
The gong. Okay, I'm deaf now. What?
feel the vibration.
I can feel the vibration.
I think I can hear you. Navaratri is a celebration of female divinity in 9 forms, or Shakti. Many devotees break their fasting period with a ceremony called the Kanya Puja, where they worship 9 young girls representing the 9 forms of Shakti.
You have to depict them as spiritual goddess because they are glorious form.
Right.
During the puja, the girls are treated like little goddesses for the day, totally pampered and doted on. They get all sorts of gifts, fed with special treats, and even have their feet washed as a symbol of respect.
And how do you feel about it? Do you feel like a goddess?
Yeah.
Yeah?
How many times did you do it?
Many. It's not just once. You can do it often.
Yeah, it's almost like a crowning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, Miss Universe crowning. It's very important. For us, it was like more important than the birthday party. I have to get Ganjaka this year, I have to get Ganjaka this year. And we kept praying every year, God, please don't make me reach puberty. Please don't make me reach puberty.
No to puberty.
Nava, or 9, also means new and carries special significance in Hinduism. His fascination with the study of Navagraha, the 9 planets, led artist Jagannathan to explore the Navaratri festival in his work.
And you'll be a great film. And you look at all the movements. See, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 here. They are the 6 Shaktis, along
Energy.
with the energy, along with 7, 8, and 9, which makes Navaratri.
I see it now. 9.
Yeah.
The 9 divine nights.
Exactly, you know.
So if I twirl around like this is not.
See, I'm only seeing one portion of you, but if I go up, I see the whole thing. I see the wholeness, and you know this individualism about your expression is not seen there.
Right.
It's the excitement of your whole body, excitement of your movement. It is not who is dancing there, you know, it's the dancer by itself. I'm just excited. I mean, that's great. That's the reason why I chose this, you know. These are like kids, the age of 10, 11, until about 60, 70. And they were all performing the same thing. They were all dancing the same order and totally in freedom. I think it's beautiful.
It must be such a great release.
Amazing
and very
thing.
therapeutic for women.
Exactly.
Bliss. That's the word.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
In Malaysia's multicultural landscape, this is a relatively small community. I discover a big part of why their distinct identity thrives has to do with its younger members like Bina.
Dandia, here I come. How am I doing?
Perfect. This temple is actually very close to my heart because from the time I was 40 days old, when I was actually allowed to come out of the house, I've been spending every Sunday here.
Right.
Mostly every Sunday here. So it's a very, very important part. And this temple was basically built by our forefathers. That's why it's more special to us. Those who are already very modernized, they will question, why should we go to temple? What can the temple offer us? It's boring, I don't understand the language.
Right.
We run a school here. It's a voluntary school where we teach children and adults as well how to speak the language, how to write in Hindi, how to read in Hindi, and also a little bit of religion. There.
Ta-da!
Now you're all Indian.
So is it something like that? Do I dance like that?
No.
My favorite part of any festival is the feasting, even if I haven't earned it as much as everyone else here.
So what is this made of here?
Flour.
It's just flour, and
It's atta.
deep fried into a shell, and then you put things in there.
They'll break the top of the shell.
Right.
Like you see this is already broken.
Right.
So they'll stuff the potato in. You can see that, potato and black chickpeas. And then they'll put a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of garam masala.
Right.
For the taste.
Okay, I'm gonna break fast with you, although I didn't fast.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this together, okay? I'm gonna take the small one.
This one.
No, the bigger one.
This is the biggest one.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, let's break fast together.
One, 2, 3.
What I like best about the Navaratri festival is the way it celebrates the mother goddess Durga and the power of female divinity. So tonight, I'm joining all the ladies out in force for the Dandiya Ras, a dance that reenacts the victory of Durga's fierce compassion over the demon lord Mahishasura. On its last night, Navaratri will reach its climax all through the streets of Kuala Lumpur. For me, it's been another great passage to Malaysia, a chance to be with another community full of pride, determined to celebrate its colorful culture forever.
Welcome to the Rainforest World Music Festival here in Sarawak. Make some noise!
My passage leads me to Santubong, 45 minutes drive from Sarawak's capital, Kuching. Surrounded by tropical forests, This is where fascinating musicians from all over the world come together every July to play among the trees.
If you came here for the Sarawak Rainforest World Music Festival, make some noise! I can't hear you!
I always like to get in early because this 3-day event starts filling up very quickly.
Hey! Apa kabar?
This is where I catch up with fellow music lovers, like my buddy Badar Fauzi from Kuala Lumpur.
So Badar, tell me about like the buzz of playing live.
It's like everybody speaks to the sound.
What about like a venue like this? Like, you know, you got the rainforest here in the background, you got...
It's so natural, we feel so earth.
So earth, so you're earth. Nobody's getting electrocuted tonight because you're all earth and grounded.
Yeah, it's all nature, you know, forest, natural forest, and natural people, natural music, natural vibe, nature.
Wow, man.
Nice.
I will be there tonight naturally.
Yeah.
Catch you guys, man.
Badar's fusion band, Akasha, is one of 17 very different acts brought here by one of the festival's founders and world music freak, Randy.
So Randy, how did you come to have this whole festival right here? Did the forest come to you in a dream?
I kind of went to the forest because everybody told me at the very first, everybody told me, you can't put on an outdoor festival in Borneo. It rains. We call this Asia's Woodstock because although we had a huge downpour, especially last year, people partied. But I saw the directors of the festival and a few of the politicians out dancing in the mud. And that's when I knew it was going to be a success.
Mother Nature, Mother Nature, Mother Nature. Forest, I love you.
It's not just the great setting, but also the authentic sounds of this land that creates such a special vibe here. Sarawak is blessed with lots of indigenous cultures, and this festival is the perfect way to meet them, through their music.
Music is something that brings us for celebration. When we hear music, there is life, there is happiness. In the olden days, actually sape, you know, in sape is actually used for ritual, you know, by the shaman. Right? So they use sape to cure the sick in our village before.
How important is the sape to you personally?
Sape, this is an instrument belong to my tribes. You know, it has been played for many generations, and the tunes that played by our great-grandparents, we still keep it through practicing. So that's why it's very important. Sape played by us, the older generation, it has to be passed to our next generation, to our son, so that the tune is not diminished, lost. The audience will listen to the sape. Then when he's in the mood, you know, when he's in the mood, then he suddenly says, "Ew!" He says, "Ew!" We, especially the Orang Ulu community, is a small people in this world. So through sape, we make known to the world that we exist.
There's many different tribal peoples here, so no one ever said who they were. There's a lot of pride now here and a lot of understanding that, that the traditional cultures are of value, and that's just fantastic.
Sarawak seems to me to be full of tribal people. That's how I know them. They share a common ancestor. They have rituals and customs much like our own, a spirituality, that close continued connection with the spirit world. That's how we operate, you know. There's people sitting beside you, there's people sitting beside me, we can't see them. So I think that's what is very special and precious about this festival. For Māori, we can make that connection straight away. And probably for a lot of the other indigenous cultures here, we've got a similar story.
When night falls, the sounds of tribal cultures start to illuminate the forest. From New Zealand, Moana and the Tribe! From the explosive energy of the world's famous tribal cultures, Matthew Ngao and Lan Etuyan draws the audience into the more subtle sounds of the sape inspired by Sarawak's rainforest. But like in the rainforest itself, a quick turn of tune can suddenly burst with surprise. That's the magic of this festival. It sings from the heart.
It's wonderful, the openness of the audience, the way everybody is so open to hearing something new, something they haven't heard before, and they're completely intent on enjoying it.
Forest, I love you. Forest, my rainforest. Forest, I love you. Forest, my rainforest. Forest, my rainforest. Forest, my rainforest.
And everybody's getting along. Everybody's amazed. And there's just a really special feeling at this place. Taking bands apart and reformulating them into an international band at the workshop. So we have, you know, somebody from Africa sitting beside somebody from Poland, sitting beside somebody from China, and getting them all to play together for the very first time, and magic happens.
The main performances take place at night, but the days are packed with music workshops in traditional longhouses, where audiences get to jam together with bands from all sorts of cultures.
Tell us a little bit about your experiences with workshops.
Oh, I thought the workshops are fantastic. Actually, I got a lot out of that last workshop because I got to hear all those women sing, because I haven't had that opportunity to listen, and I got to hear their voices pure as choice. Lovely singers.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah. It's a fascinating challenge when you bring people from different cultural backgrounds together. Some just gel naturally. I think the Africans and Maoris kind of got a similar sort of a thing going on. We can all appreciate the languages that, you know, if we love music, we love the voice, then it doesn't matter what language. And some languages are really beautiful to listen to.
Hey, you guys enjoying the festival?
Pretty good. For the musicians, the festival is like this great laboratory of global influences that keeps on giving them bursts of inspiration.
How was it, man, jamming with all those guys from all over the world?
It was phenomenal. Everybody's energy is so positive. It's so sincere. You know, just keeping on giving, getting it back, giving, getting it back. It was great.
By the time the festival unfolds its final performances, Sarawak's cultural village has turned into a global longhouse. Traditional musicians from every continent have spent nearly a week rehearsing and experimenting with each other's different sounds. Badar's band Akasha is all about fusing cultures, so this festival has given a big boost to their creativity.
Speechless. I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
1, 2, 3, together!
Let's hear it for Akasha!
audiences gave him the huge energy. So the audiences are really, really amazing. He was moved by the audiences. It is just so amazing. We can listen many kinds of music from all around the world. This place is surrounded by huge rainforest. He didn't even think there is such a nice place in our planet.
They have traveled a long way to perform for you tonight. They've been giving people goosebumps. People are saying that they have the voices of angels.
I'm like to be here. I'm happy to be here to see many people from different countries.
Oh man, I can't do it.
It's so traditional. I just love the tradition here.
What I like most is the people getting together. The music happens to be there.
You want more? We're gonna bring all the 17 bands for the Rainforest World Music Festival back on stage.
All my journeys to Malaysia have been about experiencing its diversity, the many colors that make one country. And Sarawak, the land of different tribes and a cradle of biodiversity, could not be a better host to celebrate this incredible gathering of cultures.